Hello, it's Sally here at Dotty B. Welcome to my channel. Thank you for joining me. Today I'm going to be finishing off my first vessel or pot for the Roxy's Journal of Stitchery project. If you saw my last video, I was starting on a triangular, kind of like I think they're called thread catchers, so I'm going to use it for an orts jar. So I've got my orts and that's what's going to go in it. So that's what I thought I'd use my little pot for. On my last video, I did the base, or I started the base, and I put a little bit of fabric on one of the corners. It wasn't working for me at all, so I unpicked it all. Still use the same fabric that I had cut out, but what I've done is I've just cancer stitched all the way around. It's kind of making a wavy line all the way around, so, and that's just in a lilac thread, and I'm much happier with that. I did them separately, so I did this piece first, then I did the backing fabric with the wadding and just cancer stitched that in a straight stitch so it would kind of look a little bit quilty. And then stitch them together, and all I've done is a whip stitch all the way around in a purple thread on this one. This was just 3 strands of DMC thread, and then I started on my sides. As you can see, I've already started to put this together because I wanted to show you everything today, so I've kind of sped along and done this little bit. I've left one side so that I can show you what I did. So they were my sides, and there was 3 that shape, and I cut the fabric that side, which is like a vintage linen, and then I used a napkin, and I've used the same, I was going to do it all different, but it just didn't look right, so I've used the same fabric on the outside, this napkin fabric, and then used a vintage fabric on the inside. All I've done is I cancer stitched it. I think I put one of those on in my last video and just put French knots across, and then just attached a little, they're all the same, it's from a tablecloth, a little flower from a tablecloth. Just thought it looked better as all one colour or the same. So what I'm going to do now is show you how I constructed this. And all I did was got my piece of fabrics together and just stitch them together. So I'm going to show you how I did that now. I've got my thread, and it really was just a quick, it should be the same length, hopefully, just about. All I did was take my thread and just, again, a quick whip stitch all the way across. And that's just enough to hold it in place. I think I've cut too much thread here. Oh, and I also did a whip stitch all the way around this one as well, all 3 pieces of this. How are you all today? I hope you're all okay. You're doing well and finding time to do some stitching of your own, whether it's the Roxy project or another project that you've got going on. Got a few on the go now, so it's how I like it. A few on the go, so if you get bored of one, you can kind of pick another one up and stuff. What's happening today? My fingers are getting all tangled in my thread. Yeah, I definitely cut too much off. This is a lovely thread to sew with, goes through lovely, but it is quite a delicate thread, as I excuse me, as I found out quite often. I'm quite heavy-handed, and so I did yank it a couple of times and it just snapped off. But apart from that, as long as you're careful with it, it's lovely. It's very, very bright, but I think it goes well with the purple. And that the colour was in the in this fabric here. Doesn't look, there is a little bit of orangey colour in the fabric. So that's what I picked up on. It doesn't take that long to construct this because there's only the 3 sides, and I'm just quickly doing this stitch along. It doesn't take long at all. I have actually started on my next one as well. I've gone for the 5 side because I said I was going to do a 3, a 4 and a 5 side. So this is my 3 side, and I've actually started on my 5 side one, which was a bowl, or is a bowl, will be a bowl. But I haven't, I've just cut everything out, ready to start filming. So that'll be my next video. I was going to do it at the end of this one, but I think this one will take up all the time, and then I want to start afresh with the new project, so I thought I'd just show you how I was putting this one together, and then I can start afresh with the next one. I've been out and about today, and the next project that we've got, the next 6-month project that we've got for Roxy's Journal of Stitchery is the field, I wouldn't say field journal, but I don't think that's right, field guide. And I found an Edith Holden book, the Diary of an Edwardian Lady, Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady. I have got one copy, but there was another one as I was going around the car boot sale today, and it was £2. How can I resist? So I bought it and thought, well, I've got one to keep for reference and one to cut up. People are going to go, oh, but I thought I could do some journal pages with it. But whether it's for this project or the next project or not, I don't know. But yeah, for £2, I thought I must have it. So it's calling my name. What I'm doing now is I'm just going up one of the sides to make the side of the vessel, orts pot. That's not going through both. And it is just a case of just whip stitching everything into place now. And I should be able to go from this side over, because I've got to tie down that flap, and then down the other side. And I think that will, although I'm probably going to have to get new thread anyway, because although I cut a long piece, it's not going to do everything. Okay, so that's another side. Like I say, it doesn't take that very long at all. So that's that. I'm just going to put a few extra stitches just here, because this is where it could strain. Not strain, it's probably not the right word, but that'll be the point at which it will undo, if it's going to undo anywhere or come apart on the joins. Okay, so that's done. And what I'm going to do is here is just go over, I've just folded these over, and I'm going to again just whip stitch. I would if I could get my needle through, because it's going through the rip rack as well there, so it's quite tough to get through, but once I'm over that I should be okay. Because I've already whip stitched it in the orangey yellow colour, you can't see my stitches. I mean, they're not particularly neat. My whip stitching isn't particularly neat anyway, but it was kind of the look I was going for. the sun's just coming out. There you go, you see. I cut too much off and it's it wears as you're going through the fabric. It gets tired out, so it snaps. So all I'm going to do is just tuck that inside. I should probably cut it a tiny little bit, but pop it inside and then start again. Hide my knot underneath. Get that inside, yeah. And off we go again. Sorry if you can hear noise, there's somebody upstairs doing something. Don't know what they're doing. Right, so that's the little flap sewn down. And then we get to the other side, and all I've got to do is go down the other side, and that should be everything joined up. So I'll go to the top of that, and then that and that just needs joining, and hopefully it's the right size, just about, yeah. So again, I'm just going to put a few stitches in just to make it secure. Try and get that big because that's a bit loose. Right. Okay, and then we're just going to go back down that side. Oh, and just as quickly as the sun went, the sun has now gone. It's one of those cloudy days today. It was lovely this morning. We were up early, out and about. Buying vintage for the shop. It was a mirror day today. We had found lots of mirrors. They're all really pretty. Right, so we have nearly finished. I've got about an inch left. Oh, that was my finger in the way then. We got a fresh piece. Okay, what I'm going to do is just put my knot in, and then I'm just going to see if I can, this loose bit here, I'm going to just try and go over and catch it as I move down. I don't think that did it, but where has it gone? That'll be enough just to catch it. And I'll just finish somewhere around this corner. I'm going to put a couple of knots in. Again, you won't be able to see them. Oh, ouch. Stabbed myself as well. Right, okay, so that's fine. There we go. So I've got my little first container. Got a little view of the, although you probably won't see it once I've got my orts in there. But hey ho. It will do what it says it's going to do. So that's my first little container. Quite happy with that. And I'm going to go on to my next one. So number 2, here we come. So thank you so much for watching, and I hope you've enjoyed watching me put this together. I hope it's given you some ideas to do your own. And yeah, on to my next one. Oh, did I tell you? I can't remember what I started. I just put a little flower on that one. But I only did it on one because I only had one flower, but it was quite cute. So anyway, okay, thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you again soon. So take care. Bye-bye.